Welcome back to Crypto Toronto. In today's video, we are going to discuss multiple cryptocurrencies and also take a look at the price action of Bitcoin at the current moment. And even more importantly, if you are not yet subscribed to this channel and if you have seen my previous live streams, do not forget to please just smash up that subscribe button right away and even hit those thumbs ups on the way. Well, today I'm having quite a bit of sore throat, but for sure I want to get started. And what I think is absolutely important to take a look at right now is actually the Bitcoin chart. So I'm actually going to get started, but before doing so, I was actually taking a quick look at the audio and if you were able to hear me, and you are right now able to hear me, so that is something I think is marvelous. So let's get started on what we are currently seeing on the Bitcoin price action right away. So if we take a quick zoom out, what I think is important is that you have to notice that we are still inside of this pattern. So we are still inside of this falling wedge. For the people that do not notice, we have seen multiple touch points below this descending resistance, and we have as well seen multiple touch points on top of this descending support. Therefore, this is a confirmed falling wedge, or perhaps you might like to say it is a descending parallel channel. That might as well be the case, but it is absolutely something I think is marvelous to see right now, that we are still trading inside this pattern. And let's take a quick look at the 1 hourly time frame. Also, before seeing, or actually looking at this chart, I would like to see, thank you very much for joining this live stream, and as well for Jack Crypto, who mentioned down below in the description, good morning to you as well, and hopefully we will be having a great stream today. So let's get started and let's take a quick look at the 1 hourly time frame on Bitcoin. And what we are clearly forming right now is a falling wedge pattern. What is this pattern? Actually, we have seen two touch points underneath this descending resistance, and absolutely important as well, we have seen two touch points on top of this descending support. What you have to take into consideration is that right now we are actually not yet inside of a confirmed pattern, due to the fact that these two trend lines are not confirmed yet, because we only have seen two touch points on top of this descending support. And we have actually right now, I have to say that I do reconsider, because this trend line above us, the descending resistance, is actually a confirmed trend line, because we have already seen two and a third touch point below it. So therefore, right now, I must say that this is a confirmed trend line. And what I think is absolutely of utmost importance is to actually see a breakout occur this trend line and a further continuation towards the upside. But perhaps it might as well be the case that we are going to experience further decline, a support being found on top of this descending support range, and perhaps afterwards that major move towards the upside taking place. So that could perhaps be as well a possibility. Well, let's find out by actually taking into consideration several types of indicators, and where I would like to start looking at is actually the EMA ribbon. So the EMA ribbon right now, unfortunately, has not served as a level of support, but unfortunately we are getting rejected underneath this descending resistance once we try to break out above it actually. And right now we are breaking as well below the EMA ribbon on the 1 hourly time frame, and this could perhaps mean that we are actually going to see a further decline, due to the fact that we are right now experiencing a resistance above us instead of support underneath us. So that is absolutely something you would like to take into consideration. But let's actually look as well at the 4 hourly time frame. Well, on the 4 hourly time frame, if we zoom out a bit further, what you can clearly see is that we are actually as well seeing resistance underneath the EMA ribbon. The EMA ribbon is serving as a major level of resistance. We did break out above it. Unfortunately, we saw a correction. We stayed underneath it right now, and it could perhaps be the case that we are not going to be able to see a further increase above the EMA ribbon and a major breakout occur, but instead we are going to see a further decline, heading once more towards a touch point on top of this descending support on the 1 hourly time frame. But as well on the 4 hourly time frame, you have already seen two touch points on top of this range. So yeah, this is absolutely a possibility. This being said, let's get right away started with the RSI on the 4 hourly time frame. Let's take a quick look at what we are right now currently seeing, and what is of utmost importance to me is that we are not seeing either a bullish nor a bearish divergence. The reason why is because we are actually not seeing any type of lower high on the chart and a higher low, for example, a higher high on the RSI. But right now, actually everything looks very similar on both scenarios, and this is one of the reasons why we are right now actually possibly going to see a further decline, because we are getting rejected underneath the EMA ribbon on the 4-hourly time frame. But we could as well see a further increase because we still have plenty of space on either the upside or the downside of the RSI. So right now it depends a lot on what we are seeing on the 1-hourly time frame. And what I think is actually good to see is that I personally think a further decline is more likely to occur right now, because we actually got rejected underneath this descending resistance, or we could experience even more movement towards the upside. Therefore, I would like to take a look at the MACD on the 1-hourly time frame, but as well at the RSI right now. On the RSI, we are not seeing anything out of the ordinary, not any type of bullish nor bearish divergences. And what I think is absolutely crucial right now is that we still have plenty of space towards the upside or towards the downside. So on both RSIs, on the 1-hourly and 4-hourly time frame, it could still go either way. So let's take a quick look at the MACD to see if we are actually going to experience even more momentum towards the upside, or perhaps see a decline in price action taking place. So therefore, let's get a quick look at the MACD. And what we are experiencing on the 1-hourly time frame is a crossover of momentum towards the downside taking place. So this is actually indicating that we could perhaps expect a touch point on top, or a support once more being found on top of this descending support range. But perhaps we might as well be able to hold strong where we are currently trading at, underneath the $43,215. Or perhaps we are going to get rejected underneath this range and see a further decline heading towards a touch point on top of this descending support. So it could go either way. What I must say I do agree with is that we are looking very strong right now underneath, because we are clearly seeing a major momentum towards the upside on Bitcoin so far. Also, let's take a quick look at what we are seeing on the 4-hourly time frame. So on the 4-hourly time frame, we did already experience momentum towards the downside, and we were heading towards a crossover. So right now, I must say that the MACD does absolutely look very good to me on both the 1-hourly and 4-hourly time frame, because we are already experiencing momentum towards the downside, and that is actually quite a good sign, because we haven't seen that much decline yet. So therefore, it could mean that we are going to experience even further continuation towards the upside. So for sure, right now on Bitcoin, right now not really concerned, but there are two options that are going on here. We could perhaps get rejected underneath this range and see a further decline towards a touch point on top of this descending support, but it is also likely that we are going to see a further increase and perhaps a breakout occur above the $43,215 range, find support on top of it. And if we do see further continuation of momentum towards the upside, we could even see eventually a major move above this descending resistance and further continuation towards the $67,000 range getting started. So that is absolutely something I think is very important. And also, I would like to take a quick look at the comment section down below. So I'm seeing that Ilya Epping said, "Goedemiddag," that is good afternoon in Dutch, and also Arizona Bitcoin Slim says, "What's up, bro?" So welcome back, both of you. I really appreciate you being here. If you're enjoying the content so far, actually for everyone, do not forget to place those thumbs ups and smash those up down below. It will be absolutely appreciated. So yeah, we were discussing Bitcoin. Why are we heading towards the $67,000 if we see a breakout occur above this descending resistance of this descending parallel channel? Well, that's because we will be seeing a major trend reversal getting started, and the beginning of this pattern was actually at $67,792 our previous high. So therefore, this is as well our next price target. So I am actually right now looking forward to see what we are going to experience on the 1-hourly time frame, because if we do see actually a further increase and a breakout above this horizontal level of support on top of us, it is likely that we could see further increase in price action. So that is for sure something I'm looking forward to. Also, let's take a quick look at what else we're seeing in the description, in the comment section. But what I think is absolutely important is that if you have any type of requests or you would like me to discuss a cryptocurrency of your own choice, don't forget to place a request down below in the comment section, and it will be actually highly appreciated, because I would like to take a look at what you guys want me to check out for you. So let's take a quick look. We are seeing Arizona Bitcoin Slim saying, hey bro, you can check Shiba, I bought a good bag for that. Wave 5 on the macro picture. So yeah, let's take a quick look at Shiba as well. And I'm seeing as well Lionel NG, he's saying, yo, so thank you very much Lionel for supporting this channel. And let's take a quick look as well at Shiba. So Shiba, where is Shiba? It should be here. Yes, there it is. So yeah, we have already seen in Shiba this major increase taking place. That's absolutely something I think is marvelous. On the 1 hourly time frame, we have seen this major breakout occur. And if we take a quick look at the 4 hourly time frame, we are actually breaking out outside of this falling wedge pattern. We had already seen multiple touch points on underneath on top of this descending support, sorry guys, and underneath this descending resistance. So that is for sure a confirmed pattern, and right now we are seeing a breakout occur above the descending resistance and perhaps a further continuation towards the upside. So that is something I think is absolutely important. And if we head towards the 1 hourly time frame and we'll look at the immediate short term, we could see that we are actually creating a pattern. So if we zoom in and place a trend line, well, we could say that we are right now taking a quick look at how I'm going to actually place this. Just give me a quick second so I can adjust the lines correctly. Well, you could say as well, this might be the better option right now. So let's see if we are seeing a minor possible move getting started on the chart so far, and I think it's absolutely important that we could perhaps see a further increase taking place. So that is for sure something you do not want to miss out on. And this is actually quite a minor pattern, but if we look at the bigger picture, for example, if we take this here and place those here, I am not actually making any type of possible move. So yeah, it could mean that we are going to see a movement or a further increase taking place. But right now, I do think that it is highly likely that we are going to experience even more momentum towards the upside on Shiba Inu, especially because we did already experience that breakout occur above the descending resistance of the falling wedge pattern. And what you can see here, actually, that is a better trend line if you ask me. And if you place this right here just like that, I think it is good to see that we are actually seeing a pattern. It just took some time. I'm sorry, I had to zoom out a bit further to actually see this, but we are actually creating a ascending triangle. So absolutely, this is a crucial pattern right now. We have seen already 1, 2, a third touch point right now getting formed on top of this ascending support. And even more important, we have seen this horizontal level of resistance as a major resistance zone, because we have seen multiple touch points underneath this range. So if we are right now going to actually experience a breakout outside of this pattern, you can monitor this by actually selecting this the beginning of this horizontal level of resistance all the way towards the first touch point on top of this ascending support. And by placing this possible breakout target, you can clearly see that if we do see a further increase, we will be breaking out above this 0.786 range of Fibonacci. And this will be a crucial level to break out above, because if we take a look at previous data, perhaps on the 4 hourly time frame, it would be better to look at this right now. So yes, there we are. You can clearly see actually the yellow line is way more important as you ask me. This will be a major level of resistance. Therefore, it's as well a horizontal level of resistance that I've drawn. But you can clearly see that we actually traded underneath this range for a while as a level of resistance. We did actually trade underneath as well priorly, but as well we have seen major support on top of this range being found. So that is absolutely something I think is very important. And perhaps if we zoom out even further, yeah, well, we can clearly see that we got rejected priorly as well once we retested this range. So this will be a very important level to break out above at the yellow line on Shiba Inu. So that is absolutely something very important to me. And if we do see a further increase, I must say that on the 4 hourly time frame, you could perhaps as well draw this triangle just like that. That would perhaps be a better potential breakout, just to be more realistic. And if we take a quick look right here, we are seeing that this will be a possible, let's measure this quickly, 10.7% move, for sure a move that you do not want to miss out on, and it could possibly lead towards a breakout above this level of Fibonacci, where we would like to see a stronghold getting found before reaching our breakout target at the beginning of this falling wedge pattern right here on top of us at the yellow, at the blue line, sorry. So let's take a quick look at a few indicators on the 4-hourly time frame. I'm going to look at the RSI and the MACD. And on the MACD, it is quite unfortunate that we are seeing a crossover of momentum towards the downside. Therefore, perhaps we are going to experience a breakdown underneath this pattern. Therefore, it could lead towards a touch point once more on top of this descending support that was actually our previous resistance. So our previous resistance will become a level of support. So that could be perhaps the case. That might still be good for Shiba Inu, but I would prefer to see further continuation towards the upside and a stronghold getting created where we are currently trading at. So that is for sure something I think is absolutely important. And let's take a quick look as well at what we are seeing with the EMA ribbon. Well, the EMA ribbon is right now currently actually serving as a levels of support. So this is giving me confidence that we could perhaps stay where we are right now trading at and see a stronghold getting found on top of the EMA ribbon and as well this ascending support, and eventually see a further increase towards the upside and with an eventual breakout occurring above this horizontal level of resistance where we would like to see a breakout occur above. So that is for sure a very important range above us that we would like to monitor closely. And also, if we head towards the 1-hourly time frame, what you can see is that we experience momentum towards the downside. We are right now experiencing even more momentum towards the downside. So it is absolutely important to see if Shiba Inu will be able to hold strong, or instead we will be seeing a decline and a possible touch point once more on top of our previous descending resistance becoming a descending support zone. So yeah, this is absolutely something you would like to measure closely. And what else I'm going to discuss is actually the RSI. On the RSI, we are not seeing anything out of the ordinary. What I think is important to notice is that we are actually trading at the 50 range. Therefore, if we do right now see further increase in price action, it is highly likely that we still have plenty of space to do so, and that we could see further continuation taking place and being able to break out above this horizontal levels of resistance on top of us. But if we do see a further decline underneath our ascending support, it is highly likely that we are going to see a quite severe decline in price action due to the fact that we as well have plenty of space on the 1-hourly RSI. So we could see as well a 10% breakdown occur for sure on Shiba Inu within the upcoming hours. And if we take a quick look at the 4-hourly time frame, well, what we are clearly seeing right here is not any type of bullish nor bearish divergence taking place, but we are quite far above on the RSI, and this does actually concern me because this could perhaps mean that we are going to experience a further decline in price action. So right now in Shiba Inu, I think it is highly likely that we are going to retest this range perhaps and afterwards see a further increase taking place, but I do not think that a stronghold might be created where we are right now trading at. Well, this is what I wanted to say about Shiba Inu, and I'm seeing that in the comment sections there are several other requests taking place as well, so I'm going to look at those within the next minutes. But before, I would like to take a quick look at what I am seeing on the YouTube studio, because what I think is absolutely important and foremost actually on Twitter is that I really appreciated all of you that actually followed me on Twitter, and I would absolutely love it if you could follow me on Twitter right now as well. We reached the 1,700 followers. I absolutely appreciate it, so thank you very much for doing so. And if you do not know how to reach me on Twitter, down below in the description you will be able to go towards my Twitter page by using the link down below underneath social and info. So that is absolutely something you do not want to forget. And right now I'm as well seeing that Samuel James says, bro, check out TLM please. But as well I'm seeing someone, Alex WEGLD, says Sol. So let's take a quick look at Sol as well, because he was the first one to mention the currency. So let's take a quick look. So Phantasma Sol is a rank 168 cryptocurrency with a current price of $3.50 and a current market cap of 360 million. So if we take a quick look at just a minor chart on CoinMarketCap, you can clearly see that we are right now actually trading at almost all-time high. So I'm looking forward to see how the chart looks like actually on TradingView. So Sol USD, I really hope this chart will be good and accurate. I'll hope so, because there's only one exchange that provides this chart, but the charts actually look absolutely amazing. So I'm really glad they do have such a good chart. So let's take a quick look and let's absolutely get started by actually going to the daily time frame and zoom in a bit closer. So what we are seeing in the price action, but before, I would like to place a Fibonacci from swing low all the way towards swing high, and I personally think, yeah, this was clearly the all-time high at $3.96. So yeah, let's zoom in a bit closer on what we are right now seeing on the daily time frame and see if we are actually recognizing any type of pattern. And what you can clearly see is that right away we are able to place this ascending resistance with 2 touch points underneath this ascending resistance. And what I think is as well very good to know is that I think that we are able to form, well, perhaps this would be a bit better. Just give me a few seconds to see if I'm able to place this line. Well, yes, I am. And I would say that we are actually right now inside of this rising wedge pattern. So this rising wedge pattern on the daily time frame is absolutely of utmost importance on this cryptocurrency. The reason why is because this pattern is very significant, because we are creating these touch points on the daily time frame. So this means that if we do see within the upcoming weeks a breakdown underneath this range, or perhaps a breakout above, we might see way further continuation towards the upside, but we could perhaps as well see a major decline. Where will the decline of this patterns be heading towards? And why am I saying decline first is because this patterns, rising wedges, tend to break down most of the times actually. So therefore I'm saying right now this could perhaps become a possible breakdown on this cryptocurrency called Phantasma, because we did already see a major increase and we are right now creating this rising wedge. So this is absolutely a pattern that you want to look out for, especially because if we do break down, it could perhaps lead towards a 47% breakdown. But if we do break down in the immediate short term, for example, it could still lead towards a, oh, I'm sorry for that, 34% breakdown. So both breakdowns are absolutely significant and something that could perhaps occur on Phantasma. So therefore I would like to actually right away enable the EMA ribbon. What I think is looking absolutely very well is that the EMA ribbon is still supporting the trend clearly. We are trading above the ascending support, and we are seeing that the EMA ribbon on the daily time frame is perfectly aligned with the ascending support range. So therefore, if we do right now see a further decline taking place, it is highly likely that we will still get supported, but perhaps the other indicators are showing us that we are going to experience way further decline. So let's take a quick look at the MACD. On the MACD, what I think is absolutely looking very well is that we did see, actual momentum taking place within the past couple of days. Therefore, we have seen multiple crossovers, and we are right now seeing momentum towards the downside. What I think is absolutely something you want to see right now, because perhaps we are still going to see a stronghold getting found on top of this ascending support, and therefore we could see a further continuation towards the upside once more, heading towards a retest on top, or actually underneath, this ascending resistance. So that is for sure something I think looks very good, that we still have a clear stronghold of support underneath us, especially because we are as well seeing the horizontal level of support at 0.236 Fibonacci at $3.09 as a horizontal level of support underneath us that we as well do have still beneath. So that is absolutely looking good. On the 1 hourly time frame, if we look at the EMA ribbon, at the MACD, what you can clearly see is that we are experiencing momentum towards the downside. So perhaps we are going to see a further decline taking place. And what you can see as well is that we are not anymore getting supported by the EMA ribbon as we did so previously, but right now we have already seen multiple breakdowns below the EMA ribbon, and therefore right now we are once more breaking down below it. And if we do experience further decline in price action, the EMA ribbon might become a level of resistance on top of us, and therefore we could expect further decline towards the touch point on top of this ascending support. Well, lastly, during this cryptocurrency Sol, or Phantasma as you might call it as well, I would like to discuss the RSI on both the 4 hourly and daily time frame. I'm as well going to take a quick look at the 1 hourly time frame, but on the 1 hourly time frame we are not seeing any type of bullish nor bearish divergences, and right now we are trading at the 50 range. So if we do see a further decline in price action, we still have plenty of space to do so before breaking down below the dotted line and expecting a reversal and an increase in price action taking place. But if we do see a further increase, we still have plenty of space as well to see further continuation towards the upside. Well, if we look at the 4 hourly time frame, what we are seeing is that we are as well not experiencing any type of bullish nor bearish divergences, and we are as well trading out the 50 range. So the same example, or the same actually, well, we are seeing the same going on here, because if we do see further decline, we will be breaking down below. And if we do further above, we will be breaking out above the dotted line, but most importantly, we still have plenty of space to go either towards the upside or towards the downside. So that is absolutely something I think is very important. And if we look lastly at the daily time frame, what we are seeing here is absolutely, once more, not any type of bullish nor bearish divergences. So that does actually look very well. And well, we were seeing a bearish divergence, but we did already see a decline. So right now we are not seeing any type of bullish nor bearish divergences. But what I think is absolutely important is that we are quite high at approximately 55. So therefore, if we do right now see further decline, we still have plenty of space towards the downside to do so. But as well, we could see further increase in price action taking place because we still have further space, and we could see as well further continuation towards the upside taking place. So right now it could go either way, but I personally think it is more likely to see a touch point getting created on top of this ascending support, a possible touch point getting found on top of it, a support being found, and most importantly, further continuation towards the upside after getting created towards the touch point underneath this ascending resistance. So that is absolutely looking well to me. And also, let's take a quick look at what we are currently seeing on the comment section. So in the comment section down below, what we are seeing is that Samuel James, bro, check TLM please. So yeah, of course I'm going to do that. And also what I would like to say to all of you watching right now is that you do not have to you do not want to forget down below to hit those thumbs up. They will be highly appreciated, and you will be supporting as well the channel by doing so. So thank you very much by just smashing up those thumbs ups down below. It will be absolutely appreciated. So thank you very much already. So right now I'm actually going to head right away towards the Twitter page, where I would like to say that you do not want to forget to follow me on Twitter as well, but also more importantly, take a quick look at CoinMarketCap and at FTM, if I'm right. Let's take a quick look if I did actually, yes, FTM it was, no, TLM, sorry, it was TLM. So that is Alien Worlds. It's a rank 322 cryptocurrency. What I think is absolutely important is that I thought this was, let's take a quick look. Yes, the category is a metaverse token and a play to earn token. I've watched this cryptocurrency as well. I have not yet purchased, but I think I will be doing so. I've looked into this project, and I must say that I do admit it looks very promising to me, especially if we look at the price action. I think this is a cryptocurrency where I personally will be investing just a small amount of my total portfolio. I will only be actually investing up to 1 or 2%, but I personally think that it is worth the risk because I think that we could see potential major increases taking place on this cryptocurrency. So yeah, I'm not very bullish, but I must say that I do see a possible increase taking place for sure on Alien World, or TLM as you might call it. So yeah, let's take a quick look at the TLM chart as well. So getting started with the TLM USD, and they have a trading view calculated chart, so those are most of the times very good. And what you can see, yeah, well, we are actually trading at, you could say, one of the lowest prices we have been. So that is absolutely something I think is very good to know. And we are only, if we compare it to our previous low, for example, we are actually trading just right above that previous low range. And after we did see, well, after this low, or this prior all-time low, we did actually see a major increase taking place. And if you take a quick look how much this increase was, this was an actual 300% increase. So this is for sure a probability. But if we look even further back, for example, at our prior all-time low, where we were at this point in time, well, we did afterwards experience a major movement towards the upside. And you could see that at this point in time, we did actually see a possible 491% move towards the upside taking place. So yeah, for sure, I think this cryptocurrency has potential to see further continuation towards the upside and once more peak as we have seen previously, perhaps seeing a even 300% increase. So therefore I must say that I am not, as I said previously, I'm not bullish on this cryptocurrency, but I think it's worth investing into it. So yeah. Also, I'm looking at the comment section and I'm seeing that Alex WEGLD said, great TA, bro, and I really appreciate that. So thank you very much for your support, and I hope you are enjoying the content so far. So let's take a quick look as well at what we are right now seeing in the immediate short term, or well, actually this is a big pattern that's taking place on the daily time frame. But what I think is important is that we are actually finding support on top of this descending support. So this is absolutely looking good, and it's a confirmed descending support because we have already seen multiple touch points on top of this descending support line. So that is absolutely crucial to me. And right now, well, we are not seeing any type of pattern on the daily time frame, but if we head towards the 4-hourly time frame, we could perhaps see a pattern taking place. If we zoom out a bit further, well, yeah, you could say so. And we could as well see that right now I'm saying that this is a confirmed breakout that we are experiencing outside of this falling wedge pattern. So yeah, if we take a quick look and we see at the chart more up closely, you can see that we are actually seeing multiple touch points on top of this descending support, and we are as well seeing multiple touch points underneath the descending resistance. So yeah, descending resistance, multiple touch points, descending support, multiple touch points as well. So yeah, it is a confirmed pattern, and if we do right now see further continuation towards the upside, we will be heading towards the beginning of this pattern at the beginning of the descending resistance all the way towards the $25 So that is the $25 range where we could perhaps be heading towards. So that is for sure something I think is worth looking at right now, and we could see further continuation towards the upside. Well, this being said, let's take a quick look at if we could place a Fibonacci based extension by selecting swing low towards swing high, and afterwards all the way towards swing low once more. We are able to place this Fibonacci, and what you're seeing right now is that we are breaking out above the 38.2% of Fibonacci, and therefore if we do right now see further increase or get rejected perhaps below the 50 range, we still have the 38.2% of Fibonacci underneath us as a level of support. So that is absolutely something I think is important, but we could perhaps as well head towards the 50 range and find the support on top of that range as well. To look at where the most amount of volume has been traded, I will be actually placing a fixed range volume profile from swing high towards swing low. And what you're seeing is that at 78.6 or at approximately this range, we are actually experiencing the most amount of resistance. So once we reach this area, I personally think that we have to be very careful that we could see a possible decline taking place, because this will be a major level of resistance above us. So we could see a rejection at that point in time, but we could as well see a stronghold getting created on top of this area, and afterwards further continuation toward the $25 target, where we could perhaps be heading towards. So this being said, let's discuss as well the EMA ribbon on the 4-hourly time frame. And what I think is absolutely looking very great right now is that we are breaking out not just above the descending resistance, but we are as well breaking out above the EMA ribbon. So therefore, further continuation and momentum towards the upside is likely to occur within the upcoming hours. But let's take a quick look as well at the MACD to see if this is absolutely the case. So yeah, right now we are for sure experiencing momentum towards upside taking place on the 4-hourly MACD, and yeah, for sure I think that is clearly showing us that we are going to see further increase within the upcoming hours. Also, if we look at the 1-hourly time frame, for sure we are seeing that we saw previously already momentum towards the upside, but right now we are seeing major movement taking place and a major increase in price action. So yeah, that is absolutely looking very well to me. If we zoom in a bit closer as well on the immediate short term, you can clearly see that the EMA ribbon is as well serving as a level of support. So yeah, right now very bullish for the trend so far, and I think further continuation is absolutely high likely to occur. So that is absolutely, and so this is something you do not want to miss out on. And I think, yeah, as I've said previously, once we actually started reviewing this cryptocurrency, I must say that I personally do not own this cryptocurrency, but I would like to invest into it, and I've looked already at it, and I think it has actually potential to see way further increase. Well, unfortunately, we are right now in the 1-hourly time frame seeing a major breakout above this horizontal level, well, the dotted line on the upper part of the RSI. Therefore, meaning that we will be actually perhaps be breaking down below it, and this could actually result in a further decline in price action. But as I've said previously, what I think is absolutely important is that we are going to see a stronghold underneath us of support at approximately 38.2% of Fibonacci, because this is a range where we have seen previously resistance and even more resistance, but as well support on top. So I personally think that this level will for sure serve as a level of support in the immediate short term once we see a further decline on the RSI. So on the 4-hourly time frame, the RSI is as well heading towards the upright direction. We are almost breaking out above the dotted line on the upper part, but fortunately we are still having some space here, so therefore we could see further continuation towards a touch point underneath the 50 range, or perhaps see even a breakout occur above it, but I think that is actually unlikely to occur. So I think right now it is more likely that we are going to see a touch point or a stronghold of support getting formed on top of the 38.2 of Fibonacci before seeing a further major increase taking place, heading towards the most important part of this pattern, the breakout take profit at 25 cents, because this was the beginning of this falling wedge pattern, and we have already seen a breakout right now taking place, heading towards the upright direction and creating a major 48 possible move. So that is absolutely something you do not want to miss out on. So if you are right now watching and you do not have a cryptocurrency platform to actually purchase cryptocurrencies on, or you would like to start trading, do not forget to use the link down below in the description, because you will be able to earn up to 4,100 USD Tether bonus by using the link towards Bybit. A great trading platform, I really recommend it, and I personally use it as well for all my crypto trades. So I must say that it is a secure platform, so that is something you don't want to worry about for sure. Also right now, I must say that I did actually wake up very early today, so I am going to take a quick break on today's live stream, unfortunately, but I will be back tonight. I personally think that I will be live tonight at approximately 7 UTC, so at 7 p.m. UTC, so 17 hours, I will be back with a new live stream taking place on this channel. So do not forget that if you are enjoying the content, you have to subscribe to this channel, because we will be live way more often. And if you are enjoying, well, the streams talking about all types of crypto, do not forget that you have to hit and smash up the subscribe down below. So thank you very much if you were watching, and if you did enjoy the content, do not forget to give me a big thumbs up down below. I really appreciate your support, and see you on the next one.